What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Aouar, the fantastic creative goal scoring midfielder from Lyon, who is only 21 years old, is heavily linked with a move to Liverpool. And according to the Lyon president Jean-Michel Aulas, they will sell Aouar in the summer if a big club comes in for him. This is what the Lyon president said. The player's opinion is always essential. Keeping a player against their will is not reasonable. Our will is to try to keep him even if the demands are high, and there is no negotiation in progress right now. But if Liverpool come in for Aouar in the summer and he is available for around £40 million, then Lyon will not stand in the way. If Aouar wants to move to a big club, and I think he will want to move to a big club because he has been playing at Lyon for like 4 seasons now, so the next step is just around the corner for him, then Lyon won't stand in his way. So in this video we will take a detailed look at what kind of a player Aouar is, what he could bring to Liverpool, how many goals he scored, how many games he played for Lyon so far, and also we will have many other brand new Liverpool related news in this video. So if you enjoy these, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool uploads, and the brand new Liverpool career mode video is coming later tonight as well, so stay tuned for that. I really like Aouar as a player. I think he is a brilliant technician of a player. He is a little bit similar to Coutinho in that he has great ball control, he can score long range goals, he can dribble past people, he is really quick, and he has very good dribbling skills as well. So Liverpool will lose Adam Lallana, whose contract is expiring at the end of the season and he doesn't get an extension so far, but Curtis Jones could be his replacement. And we also have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita. So let me know, do you think Liverpool need a goal scoring midfielder, or should we just try and promote Curtis Jones from the ranks and give him more playing time? Aouar's price tag is cited as £40 million in this report, but because of the financial crisis, that price could come down to maybe 30 million. And the Evening Standard is reporting that Liverpool has scouted Aouar, and they identified him when we were scouting Naby Fekir, and we watched, I think we sent a lot of scouts a lot of times to watch Lyon games in person, and while scouting for Fekir, we actually identified Aouar as a very good midfielder, one for the future. So I think that has been on Liverpool's transfer list for at least 1.5–2 years, and we have been watching closely how Aouar is developing, and considering that this is his best season so far at Lyon, I think he has just moved up the pecking order, if you like. But it all depends on the financial situation. Can Liverpool afford to spend the 30–40 million on Aouar, on top of bringing in an attacker like Timo Werner, and also bringing in a left back, a backup left back for Andrew Robertson? That's the big question. And Aouar is producing a fantastic season at Lyon. That's why he has been heavily linked with a move to the Premier League. Not only Liverpool are interested in him, but Chelsea, Manchester United and even Manchester City are keeping a close eye on Aouar, because he scored 9 goals already this season in 37 games. Last season he scored 7 goals in 47 games. The season before that, 7 goals in 44 games. So the fact that he's getting 40+ games every season is a big testament that he's not an injury-prone player. And it was as early as 2016. Remember that right now he's 21 years old. So he started off his career as a teenager. He signed his first professional contract with Lyon, and making his debut within 6 months in the Europa League tie against AZ Alkmaar. Just 1 week later, after making his debut, he already scored his first goal against AZ Alkmaar in the return leg, and also he was nominated for the Golden Boy Award in July 2018. He also was given Lyon's iconic number 8 number, and if you remember, Juninho used to have that number, the great free kick maestro, the Brazilian midfielder who was scoring free kicks for fun. He was as good at free kicks as David Beckham in his prime. So Aouar got that number after just making 5 first team appearances And that is very impressive, and it showed how highly Lyon rated him, that after just 5 first-team games he got the number 8 shirt. I mean, not even Steven Gerrard got that in Liverpool, the number 8 shirt after 1 season. And I think the biggest indication that Aouar is destined for bigger things is that he impressed in a Lyon shirt very much against big teams like Manchester City and Leipzig, RB Leipzig, who are very strong, one of the Champions League contenders this season. To date, Aouar hasn't yet featured for the France senior team, but he has represented France under-21s on 16 occasions. Now let's look at how Aouar actually plays on the pitch. He's a very versatile midfielder. He is equally capable of creating chances from deep positions, getting in the box to score goals or putting a last-ditch tackle in. However, his technical ability and calmness on the ball, that is what stands out the most. He's 5 foot 9 inches tall. He has an absolutely brilliant, ferocious right foot, and he has the ability to both pick a pass and drive forward. And many people have compared him to a young Luka Modric. That's the kind of playing style that you can expect from Aouar. And Aouar was linked with Liverpool last year as well, last summer, but the youngster opted against a transfer move at that time, and this is what he said at that time. I thought about it hard with those close to me on the decision I needed to take, what was better for my career, for my progression. I opted for Lyon because it is the club of my heart, and my aim was to succeed here first. And he even talked about Manchester City and the prospect of playing for Pep Guardiola. It is a great European club. All the players have this urge to play for the biggest European clubs, which in addition is led by Guardiola, who for me is a reference as a coach. Guardiola has seen everything before. It is extremely good to play his teams, and that's what I like, his way of seeing football. And I'm sure that he has equally high compliments for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool as well. And considering that right now Liverpool are an even better team than Manchester City, I'm sure that if Liverpool come knocking for Aouar, he would jump at the chance to sign for our great club. And even Guardiola praised Aouar, saying he's a very good player, he's incredible. We talk a lot about Tanguy Embo and Ndombele, but Aouar is also excellent. He's very calm with the ball at his feet, with an excellent technical quality. And not only Premier League clubs, as I said, 4 Premier League clubs are interested in Aouar, but also Juventus and Paris Saint-Germain are also in the race, alongside rumors of interest from Spain. Ultimately, it will come down to finances and also the preference of Aouar himself. Does he see himself playing in Italy, Spain, France or England? That's the big question. And also the financial difficulties. How hard will each club be hit by this global financial crisis, and how they can free up funds maybe in the summer? Because I'm pretty convinced that if a big club comes in for Aouar, he will want to change clubs at the end of the season, considering that Lyon will likely not be even playing in the Europa League next season. They finished in 7th place because France stopped the season, and Lyon was unfortunate that they just lost a couple of positions in the last round before the French league was suspended. And yes, Lyon are in the cup final against Paris Saint-Germain. I think it's the French League Cup final, but if they most likely won't win that, then Lyon will have no European football next season. So I'm sure that Aouar would want to play in a Champions League club next season. And the main reason I'm a little bit skeptical whether Aouar will move to Liverpool is that if Aouar comes to Liverpool, I think he will be competing with Wijnaldum, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita for a starting spot. And also we have Curtis Jones coming through. Is it worth scuppering and delaying Curtis Jones' development a little bit just to sign a flashy French midfielder from the French league? I'm not so sure. I would lean towards keeping just the Liverpool squad as it is in the midfield, because we have many young players coming through. Curtis Jones is one of them, and I really want to see him shine. He's a Scouse proper local lad, and he would love nothing more than to break through this Liverpool first team and get into the starting lineup regularly. And also the fact that we are very likely to keep Wijnaldum around for another 2 years means that we probably don't need another goal-scoring midfielder unless we sell either Wijnaldum or Oxlade-Chamberlain or Naby Keita, and I can't see any of those players going anywhere anytime soon at Liverpool. The Mirror newspaper claim that 6 Premier League clubs have raised concerns over the safety of the plans to resume and restart the Premier League. And no big surprise that those 6 clubs are West Ham, Aston Villa, Norwich, Brighton, Watford and Bournemouth. Just teams who are in and around the relegation zone. So no surprise that they don't want the league to finish, because they would probably be fearing for their future in the Premier League if the season was to finish. And when the Premier League clubs will vote on whether to resume the season or suspend the season, you need 14 yes votes to proceed with the restarting of the Premier League season. And so at the moment it looks like that we just have that 14 clubs who want to finish the season, and the project restart is based around an early June or middle of June return, playing at neutral venues all over the country, which is another point that caused controversy and debate. Some clubs don't really want to play outside of their home stadium, and I can understand that, why they want that to play at home, but I think that this needs to be a big discussion among Premier League clubs, and most of the clubs are very silent. They don't want to really anger the fans by publicly saying that they want the season to resume and continue. And it's quite refreshing to see Chelsea defender Antonio Rudiger, who thinks that Liverpool should be awarded the Premier League title even if the season cannot be completed. So let me tell you what Rudiger said. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, they can give Liverpool the title. At the end of the day, they deserve it. They have had a great season and they are leading the table with I don't know how many points. The thing is, they were going to win the title anyway, so I think the title is theirs ethically. Of course, I hope that the season can be finished and it will be sporting for everyone. And that's great to see that Rudiger, who is playing basically for a rival club, thinks that Liverpool deserve the title, and we are leading by 25 points. We just need Manchester City to lose 1 game and Liverpool to win the next 2, or Liverpool to win the next 2, and we are crowned champions. At the moment, no worries. We expect the Premier League to resume in June, but there is just that lingering feeling that it's not certain yet, so I don't really want to celebrate the title yet. And also Rudiger explains that he feels a little bit uncomfortable playing football while the virus is still around. If we continue to play and there is a danger and we ignore that while people are dying somewhere in the world, I don't know if that would sit right on my conscience. The problem is that a vaccine might not be ready until next spring or next summer. That is a whole 1 year away, or maybe even 18 months away. So what if we don't get a vaccine until next autumn or next winter? If we don't play football until then, 90% of clubs will get bankrupt, they will go bust, and they will vanish from the face of the earth. We just don't want that. We don't want the whole football structure to collapse on itself. And also, you can't basically have lockdown for 18 months because the economy, the people just wouldn't survive it. And we have a very interesting interview from Jurgen Klopp on Sadio Mane. This is what he said. Our team at Dortmund back then really wasn't bad. I needed someone who could handle not being a starter at the very beginning, someone I could develop. I would say I have a pretty good feeling for people, but was I wrong with Sadio Mane? He didn't sign Sadio Mane because he didn't come off to him as a very serious professional footballer, at the time because of how he dressed, and that caused a little bit of controversy among football fans. And Jurgen Klopp said this also: I followed his further career, Mane, and continuing success in Salzburg. In Southampton he just dominated. It was great when he joined Liverpool. Sadio wanted to work with me as much as I did with him, so it was a win-win situation. And also Sadio Mane was asked, does he feel already like a Premier League winner yet? And this is what he answered: I think not yet. I love my job and I love football. I want to win the title on the pitch. I want to win the games. I want to get the trophy. It's what I would love. But with this situation, whatever happens, I will understand. Yeah, Mane, I fully know how you feel, man. I'm the same. And Henderson, the Liverpool captain, spoke about the challenges of living in isolation as a professional footballer. It's a totally different test to what we had before. My biggest downs in my career up until this point were obviously injury. I would say that was the hardest thing for me to deal with personally, but this is a different challenge. It's something that I've never been able to do before, so I'm just trying to take a lot of the positive things around it. I've really enjoyed being with the kids every day, helping them with their schoolwork and things that I wouldn't normally do. I've just tried to do it as much as I can and enjoy it. But when it is 24/7, as everybody will know, I've just tried to enjoy this period that we are going to get. I know it will be for a long period, of course, but just to stay positive, try to enjoy it as much as I can, because I've never really had a block of time like this, be with the kids and my wife for a long time. So yeah, let's take the positive out of this situation. You can't really do much else, and I suggest you guys to take up exercise and just to do things that you normally wouldn't have time to do. And I really hope that you guys enjoy your time off and enjoy watching my videos, and I hope that I can keep you guys entertained. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this. See you later, goodbye.